Good afternoon. Let me get these links out to the members, and then we can get straight into it. So, there we go. One's out, another one's out. Let's get it. Yeah. So as you can see, I mean, Bitcoin is absolutely flying today once again. So yeah, interesting. Some beautiful trades, that's for sure. So yeah, let's see what we can get. I mean, this week has been absolutely astonishing in terms of trade. 17 wins, 1 loss. This month as a whole, 40. Let me get it up. 46 wins, 20 losses. Total wins in terms of percentage, 9,220. In terms of losses, to 195. Sorry, 2,950. What a month it's been so far, that's for sure. But yeah, anyway, let's build up on the update that we sent out yesterday, I guess. A lot has been going on. A lot of banks coming to light. The one that we forgot to touch on yesterday was One Republic. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah. EU CPI has just been put out. It's come in with expectations. It has gone back up. Let me just get the figures up here for you. Core CPI month on month 0.8, previous minus 0.8. Core CPI year on year 5.6, previous 5.3. CPI year on year 8.5, previous 8.6. Month on month 0.8, previous minus 0.2. So your headline year on year has come down ever so slightly. However, your months on months are going back up. So yeah, it's basically telling us, or kind of indicating to us that inflation is reviving ever so slightly. Okay, so yeah, some would say that 0.5 increase yesterday was called for. So yeah, let's see kind of how things kind of play out. But yeah, I mean, as from those figures, you can tell that inflation is pushing back up. Wages in the Eurozone 5.10%, previous 3%. Okay. That's also not good news. What else do we get? So, no, get a little bit of USA. It's not much. It's industrial production figures year on year, month on month. That's about it for the rest of the week. Next week is an important week, guys. Very, very important week. That's for sure. So yeah. Blue Fox, hi there, mate. How you doing? Nova, how you doing, bro? You okay? Um, yeah. Next week, big week. We have got obviously your Fed interest rate decision as well as speech. In and amongst that, we get a whole load of other data from elsewhere. Okay, so yeah, we get some European sort of manufacturing sector data. Um, Canadian CPI. It's not majorly important, but I mean, in terms of trading FX, it's definitely going to come handy. You got some US data existing home sales. Wednesday, UK data. So core CPI, CPI, PPI, RPI, all of that good stuff. And then And then you get your US inflation interest rate. Sorry, yeah. Wednesday, Thursday, big days, big days. I mean, even Friday we get a little bit more data as well. So yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's obviously the projection. Okay. So we'll plan our week around it. Um. Oh, it's been an amazing week this week, really. It really has been. This month has been blessed. Um. Lots and lots and lots of profit. We're on target for one of the biggest months we've ever had this month. This week has been huge. Um. So yeah, I mean we got 2 weeks left, so let's keep it up. That's for sure. Now Bitcoin. Let's touch light on Bitcoin. And what's kind of been happening. We sent out an update yesterday, but let's. Oh well, I mean, a lot has happened. We've kind of just gone for that break of that range or potential range that we were building up off. Now, beautiful structure. The structure has really been kind of nice and clear, giving a lot of opportunities to trade off. Okay, hence why we've just been absolutely smashing. So structure here was your head and shoulders, broke through the neckline, came down to this structure here, started to accumulate. Okay, look at how your sell side actually declines on this pullback here, and then your buy side starts to push up and accumulate and pick up in momentum, right? Building up that structure, nice structure, holding on to that trend line. Eventually, obviously, I mean, you see this very quick dip in overall volume. Okay, so from your buyers, from your sellers. Okay, so very low volume. That was a chance for your sellers to make that break, to come down. Failed to do so. You got that nice influx of buy side for that break, and then we got that continuation to the upside. Now, yeah, as mentioned, we are past this high here. Okay, now if prices actually come down, wick and test that top, you're probably going to see a continuation of push back up. Now, in terms of targets, where we're looking for that move to play out. Now, if we go over to that weekly, you can see that 100 moving average with, I mean, previous structure lining up nicely there as well. So you got some structure to play off, right? That's kind of your next area right there to hold. If we start seeing sell side, then we can start thinking, okay, maybe we'll get a bit of a pullback here. Now, one thing to bear in mind is how this weekly candle closes this week is going to be important, right? So, whether it's going to close above that 200 weekly average or below, right? Or even above this moving average. If it closes above this 100, okay, so now we're above all of these moving averages. That's very bullish. You're probably going to see a continuation, probably maybe between 30 to 32. Okay, if that plays out. Now, if it closes beneath the 100 but above the 200, that's still bullish. Less so, but yeah, still bullish. So it could open up for the week, break out to the upside, or we could actually come back down and potentially come and test that level here. Just remember, this is your key level that we broke out from, right? So it would actually be healthy and nice to see a test of that previous level of resistance as new support. Be very nice and very healthy, okay? Be good indication to push back up. Now, the one thing that you need to kind of be vigilant on is the sell side, right? We've not been getting any sell side coming into the market whatsoever. Very little sell side, right? This was the chance for the sell side to break, right? It failed to break at its first major hurdle, right? And we saw a huge uprise in price. Look at your sell side here compared to the buy side that followed through after it found support, right? your buyers are much, much stronger than your sellers currently, right? So this test here, above that key level, as you can see, this was another opportunity for the sellers to come in. Where are they? Not to be seen. So for that sell off to play out, you need to have that sell side come in, and you're not seeing it at all. The buyers are in control here. They're very much in control. Was another attempt for the sellers to come in. Relatively nice sell side. Failed at the first hurdle. Now you're actually seeing that kind of congregation of buy side holding up. So they're building up in positions here and building up in momentum. And I mean, as you can see, you're actually kind of incrementally getting bigger, indicating that you get in your momentum picking up as well. Okay. So yeah, that's your box. That's where we're looking for prices. So potentially hold, see some sell side. If the sell side really starts to come in, then you're probably going to see a bit of a deeper pullback. Again, bear in mind and keep in mind that the interest rate decision is next week. And also bear in mind what's going on in terms of all of these banks coming to light, all of their problems. That's also going to be pushing or putting pressure on markets, right? If investors get spooked, what they're going to do, they will move their money off risk assets and be more risk off and put it into safe havens, right? And crypto will get impacted by that. Now, crypto in and amongst all of this kind of news is actually holding and is moving differently. Now, we can go and touch on the we can touch on these equity markets. I mean, they've rebounded quite nicely, especially the Nasdaq has rebounded very nicely. It has been on a bit more of a tear than your other equity markets. Yeah, I mean, we've broken through that long-term trend line. But now we're kind of entering a bit of a range, as you can see. All right. So again, markets are kind of holding, deciding, okay, what the hell is actually happening? Is this Fed pause coming or not? Now, I mean, if the Fed comes in at 0% next week, guys, I mean, even though you're getting all of this kind of news coming out on banks going insolvent, that is majorly bullish for risk on assets. You will see Bitcoin absolutely fly. You'll see these equities fly. Yeah, that's exactly what the markets want to hear, is that Fed pause on interest rates. 0% is very, very bullish. Now, do I think that's going to come and happen? I don't think so. I think that 0.25 is on the cards. But I mean, yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah. So your equities. Now your S&P's moving in a little bit of a different structure. It did break and come back down. So it came back down from that long-term trend line. So it broke through here and it came straight back into structure. Broke through this trend line and kind of holding right now. So yeah, a little bit of different structure, partly because of Credit Suisse. Yeah, and obviously the S&P's kind of holdings compared to the Nasdaq's. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how things kind of happen. I mean, look at that volume coming in on that support zone. Could be the case they'll be just absolutely pushed straight back into structure as well. But yeah, as you can see, the equity markets are just holding and waiting for some sort of change, right? I mean, the data hasn't really been telling you, hasn't really changed too much, right? So you got your CPI headline has come down. Your month-on-month figures are actually showing revival signs, as well as obviously your EU CPIs. Labour market is still extremely tight. So yeah, we need to see some actual fundamental change in the data. At the moment, it's almost kind of kind of sharply declined, and now we're kind of leveling off at the moment. So yeah, I mean that's not ideal for them for the markets, and not ideal for the Fed to push that to 0%. Okay, need this 1280. Beautiful. But yeah, okay. See if we can get anything here. We caught some amazing trades, amazing trades. Seeing a little bit of a pullback here. Um, but yeah, crazy trades. I mean, APT pushed up beautifully. Mask again. I mean, we had our take profit at 4.5. We actually got out a little bit earlier. We needed some sleep, right? This happened overnight, so yeah, beautiful trades, beautiful. 14%, 7%. Can't go wrong, really, can we? Does look like we're getting a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see what's happening. Just got to be careful. If it holds onto this previous high, relatively bullish here. So if it bounces, you could get that bounce. Seeing, I mean, the buyers here are declining, so I'm getting that divergence playing here. And that's quite a nice wick. Might be able to get in. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Alright, let's take a short here. Let's see what we can get. We'll just keep it nice and tight. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Come on, let's get it. See if we can push down a little bit more. Do just need to be careful of that test. Let me. This is dangerous as well. See if we can hold. You just need to be aware of that rebound, so keep it in mind. This was looking good as well. Bear with us, guys. Got some money out the door. 2 seconds. This could be a good trade. Got that natural level there. You should really be getting that sell side come in on here, really. You're not getting it, so could get that nice push. Liquidity just there. Keep it very tight. So, dollar index is also building up on some nice structure. See how we kind of came perfectly to that previous level of resistance, new support. Very nice indeed. This is coming down nicely. Come on, let's get it. I'm going to be in and out of this short very quickly, just because could potentially move up. Now, this is a potential long that we could get into. Nice buy side. Nice. See how it kind of very nicely picks up in momentum on that lower time frame. Bam. See that huge move. That's exactly what you want to see. A little bit of a pullback and continuation. That would be fantastic. So let's see how things kind of play out. Could be the case that bam, we come down, test that 100, at 200. Sorry, would be nice. Just come and test there, rebound, start moving back up. So we'll see how things kind of play out. Yeah. So in terms of the dollar, I mean, again, mentioning nice structure, rebounded off that previous resistance structure into new support. Now, ideally, what you're looking for is kind of something like this and staggering up, breaking through, well, essentially kind of this previous structure here. All of the gaps have been filled up. There's no gaps left to be filled. Okay, so it's pretty smooth sailing. And the only thing is kind of taking into consideration, okay, what's next in terms of data. This market is very data driven, so you're just moving from one data point to the next data point. Um, yeah, essentially we haven't really got anything left for today till next week. Now I do think, I mean, there's talks of that Fed pause, right? And there's an argument for it in terms of, right, bear with me. I am going to move my stop to break even. Da, 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 da. When open New York, why take short position? Not sure what you mean by that, mate. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a little bit of a rebound here, so let's just move it to risk free. Um, if it plays out, I mean, yeah, this is going now, isn't it? Right, let's take a long here on Link as well. We're keeping that stop loss very tight. See if I can move it just ever so slightly. Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. No, there is still risk that that could come down pretty quickly. Okay, we're out at break even on mask. Well, nearly there anyway. Yeah, we're out now. See what we can get on Link instead. Yeah, I presume we're getting that rebound, yeah. So that's your kind of key level. Now there is still risk to the downside, a very small uh kind of gap or move left. But I mean, we're rebounding off this level, which is nice. So I mean, let's see. Uh, Right, let's play it just straight to that top. That's your structure that we need to break through. Okay, 7.54. Yeah, we're looking good. Let's see. That's your kind of first step there. We need to break through that. We need to break through it, and if we break through it, it's pretty much smooth sailing. Now, obviously, I mean, we do have some levels of resistance. That's a nice level to look at as well. And you've got here. Now, you can stagger your take profits if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just keep an eye on things. If it starts to slow down, we are out. Okay. Now, this is building up on structure here clearly. Yeah, I mean, it's literally just building up on structure. Your dollar index is structuring up, your Bitcoin's structuring up. So yeah, the altcoin's gonna do the same thing. So let's see how things kind of hold up. Don't want this to pull back too much. If so, it's time to get out. Yeah, let it play out. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, if it pulls back all the way there, I mean, it's not worth it. Let's have a little look if we can get anything else elsewhere. Your gold is coming up to resistance now as well. That's your area that you're looking for. Potential turnaround there. Your your oil was at support. You could get a nice rebound, seeing some nice candle structure here at the 200. Um, yeah, it does look okay. Well, that double bottom formation here, potential trend line. What's happening here? Coming back down. Yeah, it looks like we're going to make that test of that 200 test, the rebound. So just need to be careful of this as well. Again, this is kind of your last point. You don't want it to push past that point. If it does, yeah, we're out. Just pushing up nicely. Yeah, nearly at that 200. Here we go. See whether we can hold it. Rebound. There we go. This is all cancelled. We got our break even, by the way, on that one. Here you go. You got your structure up. Let's see if we can make that push. Come on. Come on. Should get a rebound, yeah. Okay. Getting a little bit of a rebound here, as expected. It needs to go. There's a little bit of liquidity just past it just here. We need it to move straight back into structure if it does. Alright.
So, what is the as you write this weekend, as you think about this, is critically you adjust to a
Alright, we're at the
Fed
next liquidity zone.
quarter.
If this one breaks, we're
Looking
out.
at the
I'm gonna close that
setup
trade.
for
I mean,
Q4 of this
yeah,
year.
this is
We have
coming
this
out
into the
to
first quarter of next year.
support.
What is your tone there?
Ah,
Does that get us closer to the inflation target that the Fed has, or not so much because of some of the stickier drivers of price instability?
could have a bearish engulf in there as well. Be very careful. Music. I can't play music, unfortunately. Otherwise, my video gets copyrighted. Otherwise, I'd happily. I wish that wasn't the case. So the news is what has to be done instead. Um, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Attention. Banks are the 2-year sweep spot is 4.09. The
Right, we're
30
getting a little bit of a rebound here, so
0.05%. I'm in a solid
um,
10
yeah, I mean, let's see.
maybe Friday.
This could be a bearish engulfing. See how we kind of opened up, so we got a gap down. So I need to be careful. Seeing a bit of a rebound, so let's see if we can make that push up higher.
See it in oil too. I mean, these are little
Seeing a nice
movements.
rebound as
I'll
well.
sell it to you folks now with the 2-year yield rolling over.
Just mean you need to be
$47
careful of that dollar if it pushes up any higher.
slightly and now red. $67.64. And maybe at least at the real excuse me, the real push there. Brent crude 73.86 is a global price. To see a 69 handle on that, that would be something new.
Oil's been so noisy for me. It's hard for me to make a coherent story
Right.
around it, although it is traveling in tandem with other assets. I take a look at gold. A lot of people pinpointing gold as sort of one of the real assets to hedge against whatever this is, and we see that
I mean, that's
gold
true.
fundamentals
Gold
still
is on
holding
an
up
absolute
really well,
rampage.
dropping about 6 months ago, but up about
Right.
1.3% as well.
You're in the market trading. What we see on First Republic in the second half
Here we
and
go.
then a two.
So here's the issue: $30 billion of deposits from the biggest banks trying to
So rebounding off this area of liquidity, so this order block here nicely.
18.5%.
Gone back into structure. Okay, now bear in mind, guys, this is kind of that previous high. Okay, so it's kind of turning it into new support. Could be a very bullish move here. And as mentioned, the target that we're moving to is just here. Okay, that's where we're looking for. Okay, bam. And then that's where we're looking for the sellers to come in. If the sellers start to come in, then we'll start looking at some shorts. Ideally, we want to obviously kind of keep an eye on that lower time frame and really see that sell side volume coming in. and breaking through structure lower down. That's the signal to get in. Otherwise, it's just going to continue. Okay, could be the case that we kind of just stay here for a bit, build up some structure, maybe either come down or continue with a trend and move back up. I mean, it's Friday. I'm not expecting crazy, crazy, crazy moves. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how things kind of play out. Yeah, but
And most decidedly, perhaps that's the banking goal in the United States as well. We're going to continue here with futures negative 26, Dow futures negative 239, the VIX 24.
it's a nice rebound. Just need some follow through here. Dollar index isn't doing a great deal of anything.
Innovation refunds. Even if your small business only
Da
has
da
the
da.
pandemic, you could still qualify for
Yeah,
innovation refunds with
I'll get a market update out for you all later on this evening, or maybe after this stream. Okay, so we broken. Okay, okay. Let's see how the buyers come in on the next 15-minute candle. 1 minute and 20 seconds away, not too far.
We should all understand that these attacks
Let's get it. Right, I'm moving that stop loss to break even now. Bam. Like I said, guys, I mean the structure that has been playing out has been just honestly amazing to trade off. But I mean, yeah, we'll see. If you want to give it a little bit more room, you can give it a little bit more room. This week has been perfect. I could literally just not trade for the rest of the week, to be honest. But so I'm not willing to take any more risk at all. Do 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 do.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
What's happening? Yeah, getting a nice rebound.
Silicon Valley Bank.
Do 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 do. It wasn't a great deal of movement. Not much movement at all. Yeah, it might be the case that we just need to let it brew a little bit longer. We'll see. We shall see. It's about to get me out. Right, we're out break even. Let it just do its thing now. Da 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 da.
largest part of that exposure. The liquidity position of the European banks is robust.
Mr. De Guindos of the European Central Bank, by all accord, they came out and were on script yesterday. He is the ECB vice president. Lisa, that's sort of a summary here of what Lagarde did yesterday. She stuck to script.
She stuck to
I
script.
want
Everything was
something
positive. Actually, we have tools.
good.
We've got monetary policy to fight inflation, which is still a problem, and we have financial stability tools to address anything that should arise.
We're going to jump into this right
Alright,
now.
Ocean's normally a good one to get into.
Alvaro Santos Pereira, well-timed chief economist at OECD, and we're now supposed to have a dry, boring
Looks pretty
discussion
good.
about what OECD looks like forward on economic growth. Amid bank crisis, we will not do that, and we can do that because he is schooled and is taught at the University of British Columbia and Simon Fraser, which truly owns a high ground on this arcane world of econometrics. Alvaro, we have a bank crisis going on. We have different shades of bank crisis going on. Will that diminish global GDP? Do you just assume with financial fragility that it's tightened up even China to economic recovery?
Not getting a great deal of movement. Need something to actually make a break for it and go for it. At the moment, we're not getting that. We're gonna have to let it just build up some structure again. If we kind of hold this level here, make that break for that kind of this level of resistance on that move, on that break there, we could potentially get a move on the alts. So we'll keep a close eye on it, but yeah, I mean the dollar index isn't really doing anything either. We'll have a little look at FX in a second, see we're going venture elsewhere. Crypto isn't moving too good.
I know it's inappropriate for you as an institution and you as
Oh,
a chief economist of OECD second guess central banks as well, but if we're in the interest rate structure we're in now, and particularly ex-Japan, can you state at OECD that in a general statement we are restrictive in our global monetary policy?
Right, yeah, let's have a little look at elsewhere. See if we can get anything else. What have we got on the economic calendar? So next up is just US data, really. So let's have a little look if we can get anything. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. Beautiful. Trend line. Roughly. Let's clone it. Can I get it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Kind of got a little bit of sell side. That's for sure. Are we going to continue?
When does something break from your vantage point?
Could get a euro dollar here. See what we can get. Such weak price action.
Alvaro, the market disagrees, and this is sort of what I found really notable over the past couple of days. We've seen a huge repricing in Fed policy going forward. We have seen a huge repricing in expectations for inflation and for growth, at least based markets. Right now, people are basically expecting Fed funds rates are showing basically one more hike, then done, then almost 100 basis points, still of rate cuts. What are you saying? What are you seeing? What's so different to that scenario that markets are currently pricing in?
Well, looking at fundamentals, and so I understand the markets, and of course, sometimes markets get overreact. Sometimes, obviously, they are on the ball, but we think that we need to look at fundamentals. And for us, the fundamentals are: how is the economy looking in terms of labor market? How is the economy doing in terms of financial stability front, and also how's the economy doing in terms of activity indicators? And what we see right now is that, yes, it's true that very likely, because of the turbulence of the past few days, it's very likely that, for example, in financial institutions might become a bit more conservative in the lending procedures. It is very possible that we might have a few volatility in a few financial institutions, but at this stage, we don't see systemic risk on the table.
From Paris with a preview of the OECD, Alvaro Santos Pereira with us, their chief economist. Lisa, we've been waiting for this. You called for this. Two-year yield is my proxy here in the United States, but all of a sudden, markets on the move.
Can't really come up with a narrative today if you're not seeing any kind of confidence stick around in the banking system to the degree that people would like. And I wonder the correlation between a small bank called First Republic and the two-year yield, the benchmark two-year rate. Sort of irony between
Okay.
that.
Do you think that the James Dimon and Janet Yellen are having morning coffee today? Are they on the phone? Is he down there again?
Saying what?
You know.
What, we put more deposits? Is it working? But at the same time,
What is the next step?
right, what is the next step? I keep going back to a point that a number of people have raised. That for a bank to raise rates right now,
Give me something.
expensive based on the income that they are earning from pre-existing loans that were underwritten during a different era. This mismatch in
Right.
profitability is an existential challenge to banks that don't necessarily have that deposit base.
So the immediacy of the move now.
I'm gonna go long on euro dollar.
Down and now oil breaks down decisively below a 27 handle. I don't have in front of me the chart to see what is the key level of breakdown to return to below 20.
Just gonna keep it nice and tight. But yeah, we're going long euro dollar. Let's get it.
Certainly, if you're just joining us,
Just playing it nice and quick.
real deterioration there. S&P futures negative 28. Dow futures give away 0.8%, 264 points. The VIX out near 2 points as well. Another proxy here of a broader sense, as we heard from OECD, is oil's up. It's not anymore. Oil.
We're just gonna play it right, nice and short term. We'll see if we can, if the buyers restart to come in and rebound. Well, we're holding on to this level here quite nicely, which is exactly what you want to see for a move. Back up. Just need to be careful of that trend line break.
I'm struggling to understand this market in any way, shape, or form. It lacks a kind of rudder. That's sort of the
But yeah, let's see.
seen on
Could be the case. I might have to widen that stop.
going back to 2008.
I have to widen it and chase something a little bit higher, or even place it there. Ba-da-ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da.
Out up to 1.83. There's a bit of good news. But again, to get back to First Republic Bank.
Okay, right. That's how we're setting it.
For a Friday morning, you thought
See whether we can break through this level. Just give it that extra little bit of room.
banks, 12 American banks, 2 American banks, a set of
11
American banks,
11
11
American
American
banks.
banks.
It
There
was
we are.
$30 billion.
$30 billion with some form of 120-day window, and the semantics of the word deposit is the headline today. I think it's going to be great to hear Mohamed El-Arian with John Farrow discuss not only the idea of what is a deposit, the semantics of this word deposit. I think now.
See if we can create a bit of a bottom, make that push right back up.
Here, what does deposits mean?
The amazing thing to me is just by the end of today, we have no idea the path from now to then and the news flow that we've been seeing. And right now, we're going to have to see what the reaction function.
Still got potential to come down ever so slightly as well.
As Christine Lagarde said, the preeminent concern.
First Republic Bank under 27 is where we are this morning. We need to say here, with a few seconds left on a Friday, what an extraordinary week by Team Bloomberg surveillance. The character of the guests. I'm sure all three of us have a different favorite guest. But
A lot of wonderful voices on a really difficult week.
to continue forward, Bob Diamond this afternoon on Bloomberg.
Yeah, let's see if we can hold, make that push, be nice. Here we go. Yeah, crypto really isn't doing a great deal of anything, really.
Bloomberg dedicates almost all of its profits to transforming lives around the world. See how at bloomberg.com/face the data.
Is your accounting and tax firm the right fit for you and your business? With so many accounting firms merging and expanding, are you getting the attention and responsiveness you need? You need established advisors who find opportunities in the current business and tax environment.
Lots of buy side. See this? Nice buy side coming in. Let's see if we can get that continuation. We do need to break through these short term kind of levels.
Visit anshin.com/VIP to learn more and to contact us.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey. We're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council. Economics. Chairman Powell looks very
You're still seeing some momentum in tech.
The Bloomberg Surveillance Podcast.
All right, moving it to break even. Let's get it, baby.
Jonathan Darrow and the names that shape the world's markets. Joseph Stiglitz at Columbia University, the laureate. Bloomberg Surveillance.
We're seeing the sell-off continue to
Risk free.
Today on Apple, Spotify, Bloomberg.com, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge, and there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. The craziest thing was believing that your dad knew everything. So as a dad, you felt like you had to know everything. You had to get
Let's
everything.
get it, baby. Let's get it.
It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then, it kind of starts to work itself out. I want him to be able to sit back and
See if we can get a nice break of these moving averages. That'll be perfect. Again, as mentioned, we've moved our stop loss to break even. We're risk free. So yeah, let's see kind of where it can take us. Need that rebound, push back up. See how it plays out.
They can seem downright relentless. But you know what? So can our response. When helping children unites us, we are a force to be reckoned with. Where there is help, there is hope. It's why UNICEF won't stop, ever. Learn more at unicefusa.org/we-won't-stop.
Broadcasting 24 hours a day.
Right, we're moving our stop loss up. We're moving all the way up to here now. Might get out actually, bear with us. Boom, 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 boom.
Is Bloomberg Surveillance.
Certainly need strong bank supervision in all seasons, and I think clearly this episode indicates that there's more to do on that front. The banking system
Let's get it. Let's get it.
fundamentally resilient. I think the contagion's limited, but
Alright.
impulse could
Right, we're getting out. Yeah, well done. Beautifully done. We got something. We got something. We got just out of that 200. Now, still got potential to move up, but we're not interested. We're in and out of that. Very nicely done, indeed.
Worldwide audience. Equity futures lower open this morning. The VIX pushes out just under 25. Yields, they pull back. 10-year Treasury now yielding 3.45%. WTI crude oil, it's a little bit lower here, just about $67 a barrel, low higher, $1,965 per ounce. And Bitcoin, it continues its move higher, just under 27,000.
What's Link doing? Is Link? Everything's down, man.
Industry turmoil now that Silicon Valley Bank has filed for bankruptcy. Let's get some more color on that pre-market trading. Markets correspondent, Kriti Gupta. Kriti, what do you have?
We gotta check in on those banks as always.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
First, we're
Despite that $30 billion of liquidity injection, essentially from the world's biggest banks, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, among others. Also keep in mind the word acquisition is being used very, very carefully.
Got 70 pips on that last trade, so it's not too bad. Nice and quick. No faffing about. Yeah, well done. It's pushed up. So we in and we're out. Straight into structure. Could potentially actually continue pushing up. Got almost a W formation there. Yeah, we'll let it play out now. We in, we out. Nice test of that move. So we could, I mean, Bitcoin's looking relatively bullish. Everything else is kind of lacking. I think this is a decent trade now. Yeah, let's go for it. We're going long on Mask. Okay, let me get in quickly. Fuck.
Paul, can I take a second and not talk about banks for just a hot second? I really want to talk about FedEx because this is an earnings story.
You pitched this yesterday.
I have been pitching this for weeks. I've been so excited about this earnings season. All these banks took all my thunder, took all of FedEx's thunder. But look, this is worth talking about from a macroeconomic perspective. FDX shares are up 11% in the pre-market. Guys, this has not happened to FedEx. They've not rallied by 11%. And the reason here is simply because with kind of consumption dropping a little bit, easing with online ordering, easing a little bit.
Where can we go to? That's the question. It's the big question.
So their volume was down around the world. Their revenue was a massive miss. But they said they might actually.
Not sure if we can make that great a push.
Reduction in headcount by May. And on top of that,
ideally, we want to see that move into that box.
Synergies, for lack of a better term, some of their networks, their logistics networks, to really cut on those costs, and that's being rewarded this morning.
Yeah, that was a really good.
That's not too bad of a move right there.
Because you were pitching to make sure we pay attention to FedEx because a lot of people look at it obviously as a nice harbinger of global economic activity.
See if we got any higher term targets. Not that move there. We're already at that level.
Good stuff. Very good. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Some FedEx, but it's the banks, Tom. Still, despite some of this big banks coming in yesterday.
Quite nice amount of buy side coming in as well.
I thought I'd come in and maybe we'd have not so much a peaceful Friday, but a less frenzied Friday.
Depends whether we just want to play a pure short term. Got a little bit of structure here as well.
I'm using the 2-year yield as a proxy, 4.06% in 10 basis points, and Margaret Brennan knows.
Alright, let's go for that anyway. I'm just going to be in and out nice and quick. No fuffing about.
Margaret Brennan, of course, Face the Nation. I'm going to pause here in a moment. You can see it on CBS, hear it on Bloomberg News. I saw a blurb this week, Margaret Brennan, about a wonderful treatment of you in People magazine, which is really about your dog and not about you. I mean, I get that. But can I just say congratulations on the persistency of excellence.
Looking to long oil if it drops to $66. Yeah, let's have a little look. I mean, it's at support, so ideally we do want a nice rebound. 66. Yeah, I mean that's not too bad. If it pulls back and you see a nice reaction from 66, yeah, that's looking like a good turning points. Just because we had 1-2 tests, nice tests as well. So 66 would be quite a nice move, potential rebound. But yeah, I guess we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, this is looking like we could get a little bit of structure building up just here. build up and then move. If not, I mean, like I said, well, as you can see, stop is nice and tight. So we in, we out. The only thing, well, I mean, oil is looking very, very, very weak. Extremely weak. It's at decent support, hence why we're getting that nice reaction. It's at that 200 weekly, which is, I mean, quite a key level also. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a rebound here. But like I said, I mean, it's looking very, very, very weak indeed. Come on, push back up. Yeah. It is looking very weak, that's for sure. See if we can get a rebound, yeah. And like I said, I mean, the market's it's very, very short movements, not getting a crazy deal. And that kind of large moves in the market. It's very, very short. Need that move. I don't know whether to widen that stop just ever so slightly.
That's exactly. I got to go here quickly, Margaret, but that's going to be the theme here, a populist wave. Is it just simply agrarian America against those rich guys in New York?
Yeah, it's just starting to make a move. Yeah, this looks like we could actually start to ramp back up now. Building up on some nice structure. Be nice. It might be the case that we got to give this a little bit more room. But yeah, we'll see.
Margaret of Charlottesville will have to be medicated as we go to face the nation Sunday. Margaret, let's listen.
The four guards out there along the center for their best free throw shoot. Clark in the straight jacket.
Oh, Margaret, I think that's perfect for Face the Nation on Sunday. Don't you agree?
Getting a little bit of a rebound here on oil as well. Got that buy side coming in. Just like this previous structure here. Just get rid of this.
UVA, wait till next year. Margaret Brennan, thank you so much. Of course, distinguished graduate of UVA. And look for Face the Nation Sunday morning. Hear it on Bloomberg Radio Sunday afternoon. With our news in New York City, here's John Tucker.
Let me just bring you this headline as you're talking to Margaret.
Yeah, we're looking good, guys. That's almost a double bottom. I think we're going to take a long here on oil. Alright, we're taking a long on oil here. I'm going to see if we can get a nice rebound. Just keep it nice. See if we can get that rebound. See if I can tighten that stop.
Video of the incident shows 7 sheriff's deputies pushing down every part of his body with absolute brutality. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump represents the family of Ivo Patino. Crump says it happened at a state mental hospital where Patino was shackled and pinned to the ground. He is not posing a threat to them. He's not violent or aggressive with them. You see in the video.
Right, okay, yeah, perfect. We are going. I'm going to leave it there. Well done for today. I mean, we cashed in on our trade at least. Crypto isn't moving perfectly now. We're in on mask, so we'll let it play out, see how it kind of moves. Looks like we're gonna get a breakout higher. Yeah, just gotta let it brew a little bit longer. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Well done for today. And let's see if we can continue. But again, as mentioned, this week has been astonishing. Fantastic. So, yeah, we deserve a little bit of a break this weekend. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. I will get an update sorted for you all. Bear with me.
Fed alarms at SVB began more than a year ago. You think that's going to be a cottage industry for the next 3 or 4 years?
Exactly. I mean, Fed alarms. I didn't hear any alarms. I didn't see any alarms. This thing kind of came out of nowhere, and I think I'm pretty representative of the marketplace there. So somebody's gonna have some explaining to do.
Right, we're gonna move the stop. Okay, just gonna give it a little bit more room for this session, and see kind of how it holds up. So we're moving it to 4.46. Just giving it a little bit more room. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. We're moving it down, just giving it some decent room, and I mean we'll see how things kind of play out. Yeah, if they decide to really ramp up, then we'll chase some higher targets. But that's how we're having it playing out for now. Yeah, I mean oil's now rebounding as well, so.
When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can, making sure they're safe and comfortable. But it's just as important you take some time for yourself. At AARP, we can help with information and useful tips on how you can maintain a healthy life balance, care for your own physical and mental well-being, and manage the challenges of caring for a loved one. Because the better care you take of yourself, the better care you can provide for your loved one.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Whether you're an in-house counsel or in private practice, Bloomberg Law gives
A little bit
you
dangerous.
the latest in AI-powered legal analytics, business insights, and workflow tools. With guidance from
Alright, we're just gonna have to bring that down. 67. Also give it a little bit more room. Ideally, we want it to stick to that trend line. If it breaks through that trend line, then it's coming down. So we want to stick it to that positive structure. Those highs, rebound. We're gonna add some more lots down here as well. Yeah, this stick to that. Push back up. Yeah, just got to give it a little bit more brewing time, a little bit more brewing space.
Wall Street. I'm Karen Moscow. This update brought to you by IBKR Investment Advisors. Switch to Interactive Brokers.
Okay, yeah, perfect, guys. Thank you very much. We're leaving it there. We've updated the trade, so give it a little bit more room. Let it play out. But yeah, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later on. Cheers.